In this series of videos, we're going to go over how Mathcad can be used to help solve force analysis problems. First, we're going to just review a few things about Mathcad. First thing is that there are three different equal signs, and so the first one, if I press Y there and then hold down the Shift key and press colon, we get this type of equal sign, and that basically assigns whatever's on the right to what's on the left. So let me just do something like this, and then if we had, whoops, Mathcad is case sensitive. So all right, so this has assigned 4 to Y, 5 to X, and assigned whatever's in X and Y to Z. And so now if I just type Z and then the regular equal sign, it does that calculation. And then there's also, if you hold down Control, the Control button, and press equals, that's the equal sign that you use to set up equations. So that basically says what's on the left is equal to what's on the right. So when you use the equation solver, that's the type of equal sign that you'll want to use. So if I say, let's say maybe T, and I try to define that in terms of something else that I haven't, so maybe X plus R, for instance. You can see that R turns red, and that's because it doesn't have a value yet. So if I put in R, right now that goes off, and here if I put in the regular equal sign, it will go ahead and calculate that. So the next thing we want to do is look at solving a system of equations. So in this example, we've set the value to some of these parameters, both the known and the unknown. So for instance, in this case, suppose we don't know X, Y, and Z. We've set the values for A and B, but we still have to give it some guesses for X, Y, and Z. And then we'll say given, just type in given, and then follow that with the equations. So again, see how these are the equal signs are in bold? You get that by holding on the Control key and pressing the equal sign. So we have, in this case, we have three unknowns, X, Y, and Z, so we need three equations. Notice that these are not linear equations, so Mathcad works whether the equations are linear or nonlinear. And then once you have the equation set up, then you can just type in find and put in the things that you want to find. And if you only want to find one of these things, for instance, then we actually have 5 parameters here, but you can set whatever you know, and because you have 3 equations, you can solve for the other 3. So this works pretty well. Now we're going to look at the solution for a free body diagram. So if we have this, this is just a sign hanging. It has a pin, a revolute joint here connected to a wall. There's a cable. So this is a pretty easy problem to solve in statics, right? This is a cable. We say there's some tension, FBC. We know the direction it's pointing. So we have FBC, and A sub X and A sub Y are the unknowns. And let's say that we also have some applied force on the sign here. We'll call that M1's 50 inch-pounds, and the weight of the sign is 100 pounds. And yeah, I guess it's a pretty small sign. It's only 4 inches wide. But anyways, we still have to put in the guesses for the unknowns. The unknowns are FBC and A sub X and A sub Y. And then we can just set up the equations of equilibrium. So if we sum moments about point A, then we get this equation, right? And then some forces in the Y direction, some forces in the X direction. And I'm going to have to pick up from here with the next video.